name is Cullen. I also work here at Spinning Spider. My mom is Chris, and these are some of our goats. So we milk different goats to make the cheese. We have three different types of goats. This is Heatwave, and this is her granddaughter Julie, and they are Sonnens. And then this is Jezebel, and she is an Alpine. Hi, be friendly. And then this is Connie, who's a Toggenburg. These are all three different types of dairy goats, and so they give milk. We milk them twice a day, every day, and take that milk to make it into the delicious cheese you get at the farmers markets. Let's see. Julie here is about 3.5 weeks old, so she's one of the last babies born this year, and she still just drinks milk. And we're raising her down here near the house with her sister, and she's really sweet and obnoxious and likes to chew on things, and is one of the sweetest, friendliest goats we've got right now. And so when she grows up, we'll milk her, and like I said, use that milk to make the cheese. And so here, pretty much everything we do is around the goats and the goat cheese. So here on our farm, we're really actually a pretty small farm. We milk about 40 goats, and all of that milk is what we use for the cheese making. It's just my family. So my dad works off the farm. My mom makes a lot of the cheese, and I help in the cheese kitchen. I'll actually be going in there later today to help with that big cheese make we were talking about. And otherwise, I do some of the milking. I do chores. I sell cheese at the farmer's market. Everybody has to kind of pitch in and help here. That's the nature of a small family farm, is you all have to work together, and you can't just really have one role, but that's part of what keeps it fun. I don't just work in the cheese kitchen. I get to see the goats, and I get to play with the goats, but then I also get to go work in the cheese cave where it's air conditioned and 55 degrees and really nice when it's hot like this in the summer. So it's kind of, you get to do a little bit of everything. You never get bored. There's always something else to do. So I grew up here on the farm. We actually started, this was my 4-H project that started when I was 10, and it's just gotten much, much bigger than a simple 4-H project. But we've been doing this for over 20 years, and my favorite thing about growing up on the farm is getting to be with the goats. They're really, really cool animals. They're sweet, they're intelligent, they're friendly, they're just fun to be around. They're some of my best friends. And so that's what I've loved about it. My whole life we've had goats, and it's just what we do. Okay, so our farm I think is special because of the connection we have with the animals, and happy goats make good milk, which makes really good cheese. And so every one of our goats, they get really well taken care of. We really love them. Every goat is named. We know who they are. We're really careful about keeping them healthy. And in doing so, that makes a better product. So I think that's a big part of what it is, and that personal touch. So I think small family farms are important because this is a way for you and your community to be in touch and know where your food comes from. And when we're not under a pandemic, we like to do farm tours and let people see the animals, and having that connection with your community and being able to interact with people is really, really important for me. So farming can be tough. I mean, right now it's hot, and doing chores and being outside, I mean, it's hard work and it's tough, but it kind of all goes hand in hand, and you can kind of work through it. Right now it's kind of hard with the pandemic and trying to figure out what are we doing, and working at the farmers markets and having that is really, really important. And yeah, I mean, there's hard parts, but none of it's impossible, which is why we can keep doing it.
Okay, I'm Chris, and this is Spinning Spider Creamery. I'm the cheesemaker and the mom of my family who helps me with the the dairy. This is my pasteurizer. I'm making cheese today, and there's almost 200 gallons of milk in here. And what I have to do is I have to take this milk and I have to heat it up to 145 degrees, and then I cool it down before I can start making cheese. And so that's what I'm doing right now. And you can see I have thermometers and everything to help make sure that the milk gets really hot and that it's really clean when we're all done pasteurizing, and then I can start making cheese. Okay, and so these are some of the cheeses I made. These cheeses are going to actually get a white mold on them, just like this. This is our stack house, and it's almost ready. And this is our solstice, and this is our midnight sun. And they're not ready yet because they don't have white mold. And so they live in our aging cave most of the time. Right now they're just here for pictures. And the aging cave is the right humidity and temperature to make the white mold grow. And so when these get covered with white mold, they'll be at the farmer's market this weekend.
So thanks again for coming and visiting our farm. Once again, we're here at Spinning Spider Creamery, and Bluebell and Julie want to just say thank you for coming.